Hey everyone, Overkill's back with another video, and today we're looking at video number 2 of the SH Figuarts Sailor Moon Animation Color Edition line, this time featuring my second favorite Sailor Scout, which is Sailor Venus, aka Sailor V, and you can see that she has a Sailor V stuff in there. Once again, these are my wife's, and she was nice enough to let me review these for her. So the first thing we'll do is take a look at the box. You can see it's got kind of Sailor Venus themed artwork on it. It's got a pose of Sailor V, and it's got Tamashii Nations, Bondi, Sailor Moon 25, and the official Tamashii Nations quality seal of approval. On the side we see Sailor Venus Animation Color Edition. We see Sailor Venus Animation Color Edition with a pose. And on the back, we see a couple different poses, and we have an Artemis, which is my favorite cat, and is the new dub being voiced by Johnny Young Bosch, which was the second Black Ranger in Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, aka Adam. But it does have the official Toei sticker on it. With that being said, let's go ahead and take this out of the box and check it out. The first thing you'll notice that most of these will be very similar in the videos, except for a color swap on most of the bodies, and they'll have an alternate piece each that each of them come with, except she does have Artemis as well. The first thing inside the clamshell we will check out is Sailor Venus. You can see they did really well with the coloration on her. Loving the orange. It's almost like a peaches colored orange on it. Here on the bow looks really nice. The hair looks really good with the bow. Down to the feet, they did really well. No mismatched colors as much as the Sailor Jupiter, except maybe a little bit more vibrant in sections than others. But still really well done. The tiara looks nice. It's painted on really good. Articulation-wise, she does have hair articulation. You can have it like so, or spread it out. And what's cool, if you look really close, is that the hair has a different color on the tips as opposed to the rest. The head, you get really good movement forward. Back, not so much, because the hair will start hindering. Side to side's pretty decent. Arms, you got that little ball hinge in there. You can go up about that high, down all the way. The elbows are kind of a single joint. They don't really go all the way. That's still pretty cool. And then the hands, of course, you got full movement and rotation because you're able to change them out. You do have movement at the chest and at the waist. And as I pointed out in the Sailor Jupiter one, it's hidden really well inside. Also, we check this bow on the back. Really nice looking yellow. The legs, they can't quite do a split. Actually, hers seems less so than Jupiter. The skirt is a little bit pliable, but not enough to allow the finish doing the split. You get pretty good movement on the legs. You go up about that high, back about that far. The knees, double jointed. Really loose on it though. And then the feet are just like the hands. You got that ball peg. That allows for pretty good movement. So yeah, that's pretty cool stuff. And most of them, I've found out with Jupiter, don't like to stand well unless they're using their stand. So we'll go ahead and set her up on that and then take a look at the rest of the stuff. So with her stand, you can see it's much like Sailor Jupiter's. It's got its own little color scheme and design for Sailor Venus. And you can actually pop these out if you wanted to use as extra pegs. But we just always go with the base one. This piece is already fixed. You just kind of twist it and the hook is ready. So we'll set her on it and then start looking at some of the hands and faces. First up with the hands, just like Sailor Jupiter, she has a set for each side. I'll only show you one of each, but she does have one extra for each and then a special kind of extra to use with her glasses. The first one, you can see, is the hand that is on the figure. And then she does have the fist. She also poses the You Rock hand, or, in the name of Venus, I will punish you. But we all know Venus is more about love, so she'd never really punish anybody. Punish you with her heart. And then she has the open hand for posing. That's pretty cool. And then lastly, for the left side, she does have another hand similar to the one that was on it. But you can see the differences here. One's just got straighter fingers than the other, honestly. So not much different. As far as the right side, the only different hands is her pointing hand. And then she does have this one. There we go. And it's kind of to show her mask after she's taken it off. You can see after she's shown who she is and not pretending to be Sailor V anymore. Now we'll take her off the stand for a second to show the face sculpts. And the first part is she has her own special effect too. You take off the hair real easy. Hers is much easier to take off than Jupiter's was. You just pop it in. And she becomes Sailor V that easy. See the glasses on. And no one knew who she was. Such a mystery. Funny how that works. It can work in comics and it can work in anime. You take it off. And we'll take, I guess I should show you a close-up of the face on it first. Again. Just so you see it. It's kind of got the smile. With the blue eyes. But you pop it off. Pop the face off. And then you change into the next face. Pretty quick. And she's got that determined face as well. I think most of these scouts will have the same faces, just repainted. She has the attacking face, and I think this one looks just like Sailor Moon. And you'll see when I go to do that video. I mean, that's Sailor Moon right there. So it's pretty crazy, but still cool looking. And then lastly, you probably guessed, is the smiling face. You get up close of it. And I really dig that one. I think I'll leave that one on her. I like the smiling faces anyway. And that's pretty much all of her accessories except for one. So let's move all of this aside and show you really quick. That last accessory is none other than Artemis, which is the partner to Luna in the show. And this is my favorite of the cats. And just like the previous release, it does have some articulation. The tail moves. The head moves. You can see the detail on the face. The legs do not move, sadly. And it stands fairly decent. But I noticed on my wife's shelf on her other Sailor Scouts, the Artemis and Luna fall over really easy all the time. So now we'll go ahead and set her up on her stand one last time. Put Artemis with her. And we'll get her final thoughts out of the way. So there she is, posed up one last time. And it's just like Jupiter. I mean, I don't have any complaints. Aside from the fact that if you want to complain that you're kind of buying the same figure each time, just repainted. But they do have differences in them. They do come with different features. Some have stuff that are better suited to each character. So it's a win-win. And any figure company, you're kind of getting that. So it's a really solid thing. And they're really nice for the collector. My wife is loving the line. And it's nice that there is a toy company out there making figures of Sailor Moon. So that's also a very big positive. I don't really have any negatives so far on this line. Nothing's fell apart easy. I've not seen any paint defects or any other defects of any sort for that matter. It's been really well done. And most of the colors match up considering there are different styles of plastic and stuff on it. So it's a very solid figure. And as I stated before in the first video, if you're a Sailor Moon fan, I would at least try to get your favorite Scout from the set, because they're very solid figures. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. I appreciate the support. And until next time, I bid you all farewell.